Right, motorcycle fans, it's Catz Classic Corner. Right, I haven't restored as many bikes this year as I wanted to show you, so we'll return to this one. I've not actually done this in a classic corner, so I shall try to do it while I'm bimbling along with Sue.
Gotta write a classic. Gotta write it in an attic. Babe, I'm an addict now. An addict for your love.
Oh, it didn't pop. That's the first one. Right, okay, well it's a 1999 Suzuki TL 1000R. Now the TL range started in the mid-90s with the S, which was the naked, well, let's say it's naked, it got a little bikini fairing on. And I think that one put out 110 horses, if I'm correct. And it got a terrible reputation of tank slappers and throwing wheelies. So Suzuki recalled them and put a steering damper on them. And they just couldn't get over that bad reputation of the evil handling, and they wanted to compete with world and British superbikes, so they built this, which was the GSXR frame. I think it was a GSXR 1000 frame, and they tweaked the S motor, made it very racy indeed, up to brake horsepower to 135, excuse me, fitted a steering damper as standard, and apparently the engine has got quite a few racing bits and bobs in them, so they're quite a high compression motor, and basically we've got the evil handling again, but not quite as bad as the S, so it never really shrugged off that, but my personal view is that it's a nicer looking bike than the S, and obviously it goes better because it's better handling and more power, but if you want the crazy one you go for the S. But so anyway, it didn't do particularly well in the Superbike series. I think it won the odd one, but it was a bit of a lard arse. It was a bit wallowy, and obviously the main problem with these is the rear damper. It's an external damper, and it's worked by oil passing through little passageways, which the oil gets very hot and gets thin, and then it loses its damping. So if I was to ride this at any sort of speed or anger, I would change that out, but as I don't, I won't. So it is pretty standard, this one. Now people who rode these said they were faster than the 916, which is what it, and the 9 whatever it is. So the people who rode these said it was much faster than the 916, wasn't quite as nimble, but it never sort of made it in the World Superbike, so that's probably why the prices aren't particularly high. And I paid $2 for this a couple of years ago, and I think they're now fetching nearer $3. It's got 19,000 miles from new, but it was held up a few years without being used, I think 4 or 5 years. So the mileage for a 17-year-old bike is quite low. I will stop and do a walk round when I get the chance, but I'm out with my mate Sue, so that might not happen at the moment. Right, motorcycle fans, this is it, the 1999 TL1000R. R stands for a bit racy, I think, so it's got to go past. And there we go. That's it. So I've had it a couple of years, but I've never done a sort of classic review thing on it. Got a little sticker on the front there, but I love it. It's just a bit of an animal. But no. Anyway, that's it, motorcycle fans. You take care. Bye.
How to write a classic. Try to write it in an attic. Babe, I'm an addict now. An addict for your love.
And I say, what's it like to ride? Well, it's a bit of an animal.